Hey now, what's going on, everybody? Good evening. It is Thursday night, but it's Friday Night Live here on a Thursday night. Hey, the public reached out, and so we're giving what they demanded. So there's a special edition of Friday Night Live High School Football Scoreboard Show here on Thursday night. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller, who is at the score desk. Also joining us will be Alan Hilliard here in just a few minutes. But hey, I want to remind everybody this show is brought to you by Lyona Labor's Local 663. Building Missouri and reminding us to drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Also presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. And hey, do us a favor. Go to our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, and give us a subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and like us. Hey, and sign up and follow us on Twitter. You want to be the smartest fan in the stands? Hey, follow at Scoreboard Guy, at Missouri _ sports, and at playing _ sports. And you'll know when anything that we have coming out is coming out. Almost a daily and sometimes multiple times a day. We've got interviews from around the state, our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks High School Athletes of the Week, our Lyona Labor's Local 663 Teams of the Week, our Missouri Milestones, the podcast, D-Row and Arch, as well as Where Are They Now Wednesdays and High School Game Day, which will air tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Hey, drop us a message. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can drop us a message right there, or you can go on to Restream Chat or Twitter Chat and just drop us a message right where it says Missouri Sports Network is now live or Scoreboard Guy is now live. You just chat right there in that box. Let us know where you're at. Only 39 games across the state tonight in high school football, and we should have most of them by the time we get off the air. We do want to let you know, for those of you who maybe just tuned in, at 9:40 we'll be joined by Joseph Collier. He's the Capital City head football coach as they defeated Hillcrest tonight 49-0. At 9:50 we will talk with Brett Wiggers, who is the head coach at Troy Buchanan, as they defeated Francis Howe tonight. And then at 10:05 we'll have Chris Lindhoff, who is from Orchard Farm, as they defeated St. Charles tonight 62-3. Maybe an abbreviated show. Usually we're covering about 150 to 180 games. Tonight we're covering 39. But hey, we wanted you to be the first to know what happened across the state. So without further ado, I will kick it back to the score desk and Kent Mueller. And Kent, what do we got so far here on this Thursday night of Week 10 playoff football?
Well, we have about half of them in so far. We'll go up here. There are no 8-man games tonight. Those are all on Saturday. And you come down into looking for the final scores here in Class 1. We have Gallatin defeating Plattsburgh. That boosts Gallatin to 6-4. They're a 3 seed. They will play North Platte next week, who is 5-4 and the number 2 seed in that district. Central New Madrid County 48 and Festus 22. That's a 5, defeating a 4 seed. Caruthersville is who they will play on Friday, the number 1 seed. Springfield Catholic defeated Willow Springs. They're the number 2 seed. They move to 8-2. They will play the winner of the Forsyth Houston game next week. Holden defeats Diamond tonight 56-0. That's a 2 seed over a 7 seed. Lexington, a 6 seed, defeated Kip KC, a 3 seed, 44-6. They will advance and play the winner of Carrollton and Lone Jack. Cameron defeated Trenton. That's a 2 over a 7 seed. Cameron will play the winner of the South Harrison Lathrop game. Central Park Hills, a number 2 seed, defeated number 7 seed Fredericktown 37-22. Wright City over Principia 47-22. That's a 4 defeating a 5 seed. Sullivan, a number 2 seed, defeated Bayless 48-0. Union, the 3 seed, defeats Afton 43-0. Sullivan and Union will meet up next weekend. Lutheran North defeats McClure North. That's a 4 over a 5 seed. Jennings picks up the win tonight on a forfeit from Confluence Prep. Orchard Farm, the number 2 seed, wins tonight over St. Charles 62-3. They will play the winner of University City Lutheran St. Charles. Raytown South 24, Lincoln Prep 13. That's a 5 over a 4 seed. Raytown South will advance and play number 1 seed Warrensburg. Smithville over Benton 45-6. They will play the winner of Savannah and Northeast Kansas City. Central Cape Girardeau 44, Melville 0. That's a 2 over a 7 seed. And Rockwood Summit over Parkway South 43-0. That's a 3 seed over a 6 seed. Capital City, a number 2 seed, wins 49-0 over Hillcrest. They will advance and play the winner of Glendale Waynesville, which will be played tomorrow evening. Smith Cotton over Grandview this evening, 42-0. That's a 2 seed. They will play the winner of Raytown and Battle, who are battling it out yet this evening. Rockhurst this evening, number 2 seed, defeated William Chrisman 42-6. They will play the winner of Fort Osage and Truman. They are also playing this evening. Oakville, a number 4 seed, in a close win over Lindbergh, 19-7. Oakville will advance and play number 1 seed Jackson. DeSmet over Marquette this evening, 63-17. That's a 4 seed over a 5 seed. And Troy Buchanan, another 4 seed, winning tonight over Francis Howell, 42-24. They will advance and play St. Dominic next weekend. Lee Summit West defeated Park Hill South this evening, 42-0. That's a 4 seed over a 5. Lee Summit West will, the Titans will advance to play North Kansas City next weekend, who is 7-2. Staley, a 5 seed, defeats Central St. Joe, 56-13 this evening. And those are the scores I have at this moment, Guy.
I want to remind you that it's week 10 high school football playoffs presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Bank of Billings, Lionel Local, Lionel Labor's Local 663, and Central Bank of the Ozarks. Also presented by Doak Propane. For all your propane needs in Polk County and surrounding counties, see the folks at Doak. As I mentioned, coming up on the show tonight at 9:40, which is just here in a minute or so, we expect to hear from Joseph Collier, the head coach at Capital City. And then at 9:50, Brett Wiggers, who is the head coach at Troy Buchanan. At 10:05, Chris Lindhoff from Orchard Farm. As I'm looking at that Class 5 district that Capital City is in right now, they get that 49-0 victory over Hillcrest tonight. And but that was the only game going on in that district. Everything else is tomorrow night, which is Jeff City hosting Camdenton and Glendale hosting Waynesville. And you got to figure Glendale's going to move to the left there as well. got Alan Hilliard alongside as well. And Alan, I'll slide you in here real quick while we wait on Coach Collier to call. Alan, what were your thoughts on the scores you've seen so far tonight?
I'm seeing a lot of scores I kind of expected coming out, but the Capital City showing that they are a very solid team going into the district there, and then awaiting the Waynesville Glendale score. But I spent the night with volleyball, getting ready for getting volleyball finished up for one of the area schools here.
Yeah, very good. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna reach out to Coach Collier here and see. Maybe we just need to try and call him. Maybe we can just do that. We'll just call him. We'll see if he answers.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach.
Okay.
She didn't sound very friendly.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk football at all.
Sounds like he is on the road somewhere.
Yeah, he may be. He hasn't read the text yet, but we'll see. And I just spoke to him because I asked him to call, and he called in right before we went on the air, and I said, "Yeah, call at 9:40." So he must be in an area where, of course, he hosted tonight. So I would think Jeff City's got pretty good cell signal there as well. Any new scores coming in, Kent? You want to share?
Yes, I have Belton over Ruskin. That's a 4 seed over a 5 seed, and they will advance and play 6-3 Grain Valley next week, the number 1 seed. And I have Smithville over Benton 45-6. Staley over St. Joe Central 56-13. Rockhurst over William Chrisman 42-6. And I'm looking for some more Class 6 scores here.
Well, while you're running through that, we'll just tell you, we'll just go through the schedule here of the districts. Portageville and Malden in that Class 1 district, they'll play tomorrow, as will Veritas Christian Academy in Louisiana. Charleston gets a bye. Saxony Lutheran and Hayti with byes, as well as Grandview out of Hillsboro with a bye in that. Oh, I'm sorry. Grandview gets a bye in their district, and they await that winner of Veritas Christian Louisiana. Van Far and Crystal City will play next weekend. Salisbury, the next team, they get a bye to next weekend as well. Fayette is playing West Strand tomorrow. Marceline and Harrisburg get byes in that one, as does Putnam County in their district as they await Highland and Milan winner. And Scotland County and South Shelby will play in the semifinals next week in that district. Well, I tell you what we're going to do right now. We're into the show here, and while we're waiting on Coach, we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. And if he calls in, we will just go right back to him. We'll cut the commercial short and get him on the air. Back after this messages from the Missouri Sports Network.
Any given Saturday. And a little work. And a little play.
Hey, little help?
And a truck that says no to nothing.
Hi, Dad. Can I give them a ride?
Yeah.
The Silverado Trail Boss and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Leaders know there's no support.
What rhymes with great?
participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Hey, welcome back to Friday Night Live here on a Thursday night here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you've tuned in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. I know we've got already several thousand viewers here from tonight as I'm looking at the numbers. Hey, if you're listening out there, hey, just drop us a line right there on that Twitter. Just shoot us a message right there on Twitter, or you can go to Facebook at Missouri Sports Network and you can chat with us there. You can also go to our YouTube channel at Missouri Sports Network and chat with us there as well. Or heck, you could just text me 417-327-6914. Guy who come alongside Kent Mueller at the score desk. Alan Hilliard is in an undisclosed location. But Alan, as you look towards that Class 5, and we've got some Class 5 and 6 previews coming up, you look towards that Class 5 district there with the Capital City belongs there. I think there's anybody that could win that.
I agree with you there. You have Lebanon, you have Glendale and Capital City, and even Jeff City. They can get some momentum, and really the top four. I think you got coming in.
We've got Coach Collier on the line. Hey, good evening, Coach Collier. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hey there. How you doing?
I'm good, Coach. A big win tonight, 49-0 over Hillcrest. Talk about tonight's contest.
Oh, well, it's always good to win a football game, and especially in district. We don't take that, lightly at all. Just would like for things to be a little bit cleaner. We could have, operations wasn't the best last night, and then, we got to, we had 4 fumbles all season, and I think tonight we had about 2 or 3.
Coach, tell us a little bit about some of the players who played really well.
Well, defensively, I thought we played really well. Had a big game from Braxton Kern, our outside linebacker. He got him a sack, pick. Well, he blocked on special teams, blocked the punt, picked it up for a touchdown there. Was in on a bunch of tackles. Played really physical today. I thought, we sat Evan tonight, and I thought our sophomore quarterback came in. Cooper Welling came in and played really well for us, through a touchdown, and just as a young guy, just learning the operations of things. But I thought he did pretty good for his first start in varsity play. Of course, Jalen Thomas played really well tonight. And I thought our offensive line did a pretty good job for the most part.
Coach, what's it like? You're the only team playing tonight in your district. What does tomorrow night look like for you? Are you going to try and get down to Glendale, or are you going to watch it via stream?
Definitely one of them. We're going to watch film tomorrow, right after school, and then a couple of coaches are thinking about getting down to Glendale and kind of watching that game.
Coach, did you come out of tonight's contest relatively healthy?
Yes, sir. Definitely healthy. Was able to get some guys, some young guys in play. So it was a pretty good night. I'd rather not sit, saying that, you think people want a bye week, but I thought tonight was a good night for us to get some work in.
What right now at this, your first week of the playoffs, but you're 10 games into it. What do you feel like your team right now is doing really well going into the playoffs?
I think our guys are accepting coaching. this late in the season, to see the growth in our young guys and see them producing and seeing it come to fruition on the field is big for us.
Outstanding, Coach. Well, hey, congratulations on the big win. And we have a rule here at the Missouri Sports Network. To become a friend of the show, you have to make 3 appearances. So you've already got 2. So
All right.
your next appearance, go out and win a game next week, and you'll become officially a friend of the show, Coach.
I'm down for that. I'm down.
All right, Coach. Hey, congratulations. God bless, and have a great evening.
God bless you all. So yeah, have a good evening.
All right, thank you, Coach. Coach Joseph Collier, they're kind enough to join us here. They get a huge win, 49-0. They don't get a week off, and I've heard several coaches say that. But we're going to reach out right now to Coach Brett Wiggers. He tried to call in during that interview, so let me call him real quickly here and see if he can get on the phone here. Coach Wiggers, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good, guys. Hey, I want to apologize in advance. We had a great game tonight, and my voice has had better days, so I'm gonna try to battle through this thing.
Hey, you sound great. You sound like a coach who just won a ball game.
Yeah, thank you,
Coach. A big win tonight over Francis Howe. Tell us about the ball game.
Oh man, it was a fun ball game. That's a conference opponent for us, so it's somebody that we're very familiar with. We played them in week 6, and we were able to beat them at that point in time. And we talked all week about how difficult it is to beat a good football team twice. But our kids came out ready to play. We had a good game in all 3 phases, and just excited to get a win and move on.
Coach, talk about a little bit about some of the young men who played really well for you tonight.
Yeah, so one thing I want to certainly highlight is our special teams. We talk all the time about the importance, statistically, the advantage that you gain if you can go block a punt. We blocked a punt tonight, hit into the back of the end zone for a safety. On the opening kickoff of the second half, we took it back to about the 5-yard line and scored on the next play. So special teams was a huge factor for us. We ran the ball pretty well. We had one running back with 4 touchdowns, another one with 2. We were able to control the clock pretty well. And our defense did a great job controlling the line of scrimmage. It was a good all-around win for our team.
And Coach, the most important thing a lot of times when you get in the playoffs, did you come out of tonight's contest relatively healthy?
Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Nothing new from tonight's ball game. We've battled the injury bug a little bit throughout the course of the season, but we've got a next man up mentality. We got a lot of kids in our program and a lot of guys who are ready to contribute in various different roles. So no new injuries through tonight's ball game, and hopefully we can continue to get a little bit more healthy and keep things rolling.
Coach, is there an advantage to playing on a Thursday night rather than Friday? You get that extra day of rest, maybe an extra day of film, maybe go scout somebody. But what's the difference between playing on a Thursday or Friday, and is there an advantage?
I don't know if there's an advantage. We'll certainly enjoy having the long weekend of rest for our kids. I'll be completely honest with you. We've got a lot of young coaches on our staff. I've got a 3-year-old and a one that's just about to turn 1-year-old. And we wanted to be able to be home with our families on Halloween, trick or treat, and make those memories. So, that was the big reason for it. But we're certainly going to enjoy the long weekend and be ready to play St. Dominic next week.
Yeah, when you said you had a lot of young coaches on your staff, and then you said 3-year-old and 1-year-old, I thought you were talking about your coaches.
No. That's just my life. Our life at home is chaos with those little ones. But
I understand.
Excited to spend the day with them tomorrow and let them have their night.
Have you had a chance to see St. Dominic?
So we've seen a little bit of film on them. It's an opponent that I've been at Troy for 7 years. This is my 3rd as the head coach, but we've never played them. They're only 20 minutes down the road, so it's a program that we're familiar with. But we've had a chance to take a look. Their quarterback is a special player, but we'll really, really dive into it this weekend and come up with a plan. And they're 9-0. It's going to be a heck of a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it.
Well, outstanding. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time tonight, fighting through losing your voice, and but greatly appreciate it, and good luck next week, and God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
You too, Coach.
Bye.
Yeah, Coach Brett Wigger's there. Troy Buchanan. He joined us, I think, early in the season, but always glad to catch up with him. He's in that district with St. Dominic, and that's who they will play on the 7th. At the bottom of that bracket in the 2-3 matchup will be Liberty Wentzville, who had a bye tonight, taking on Fort Zumwalt West, who defeated Francis House Central 49-14. We're going to take a quick time out here, and we'll go back to the score desk, and then we'll have, coming up at 10:05, we will have Chris Lindhoff from Orchard Farm, who also got a big win tonight. You're listening to Friday Night Live on a Thursday night. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller, Alan Hilliard, and the good doctor typing in scores on the back side. We'll be back after these messages from the Missouri Sports Network.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.
Unplug and unlock. Road trips on easy mode. And a really big touchscreen for the biggest jams. And qualify for up to $7,500 in tax credit with the Equinox EV. Unlock the tech and the value. With the 2025 Equinox EV, America's most affordable over 315-mile range EV. And Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Whether your day starts early or goes late into the night, brings the discovery of something new, or just the work of getting it done, it's all easier with a little help. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a trusted, reliable support team who can offer you helpful resources and smart options to make the most of what you have and build on it, with possibilities that inspire you to keep going. Find your support team at GreatSouthernBank.com. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Hey, welcome back to Friday Night Live here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside here for a few more minutes anyway. I know there's just 39 games out. It's hard to do an hour and a half show, but we wanted to stay consistent and go at 9:30. We appreciate everyone watching on our YouTube channel and our Twitter feed, as well as Facebook Live and Restream. We're going to go back to the score desk here in Kent Mueller. We're going to run down the scores that we have at this point. We'll be joined in about 5 minutes by Chris Lindhoff from Orchard Farm. Kent, what do we have at this time?
I'll tell you what, we have almost a complete slate. Shelly's doing a great job. We have almost every score of this for every game tonight. In Class 1, the Gallatin defeated Plattsburgh 26-20. In Class 2, it was Central New Madrid County 48, Jefferson 22, Springfield Catholic 41, Willow Springs 7, Holden over Diamond 56-0 this evening. It was Lexington at home 44-6 over Kip Case Legacy. Cameron defeats Trenton 30-14. Central Park Hills 37, Fredericktown 22. Wright City over Principia 47-22. St. Clair over Owensville 48-7. St. Charles West 43, Winfield 8. St. James 29, Stratford 7. Cassville, a number 2 seed, defeats Reed Spring 52-0. Sullivan, also a number 2 seed, defeats Bayless 48-0. They'll meet up with Union, who defeated Afton this evening 43-0. Lutheran North 36, McClure North 0. Jennings wins with a 4 from Confluence Prep. Holt defeats Clayton this evening 50-0. Orchard Farm 62, St. Charles 3. Raytown South at home beats Lincoln College Prep 24-13. Van Horn over Excelsior Springs 49-14. Savannah defeats Northeast of Kansas City 78-0. And it was Smithville over Benton 45-6. Central Cape Girardeau defeated Melville this evening 44-0. And it was Rockwood Summit 43 over Parkway South with 0. Chaminade 56, Riverview Gardens 6. Timberland defeats Fort Zumwalt East this evening 37-3. It was Capital City 49, Hillcrest 0. Belton over Rusty 48-0. Smith Cotton over Grandview 42-0. It was Rockhurst over William Chrisman 42-6, while it was Fort Osage defeating Truman this evening 35-14. Oakville edged out Lindbergh tonight 19-17. DeSmet over Marquette 63-17. And it was Troy Buchanan, the number 4 seed, defeating Francis Howell 42-24. Fort Zumwalt West 49, Francis Howell Central 14. Lee Summit West defeated Park Hill South tonight 42-0. That was a 4 seed over a 5 seed. Here's a 5 seed defeating a 4 seed. Staley 56, Central St. Joe 13. Those are the scores I have. We're still chasing about 4 more down, Guy.
Outstanding. We'll slide. And Hilliard, we didn't slide him off. Alan, any so far that have surprised you? And I know a lot of this is, you've got high seeds against low seeds typically in this first round. A lot of the 1 seeds in almost every district get buys. But any scores out there surprise you? And maybe what are some games here as we await Coach Lindhoff? What are some games you're looking forward to tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to some of the really Class 5 and 6 districts, along with that Class 3 down in Southwest Missouri. There is a lot of schools just overall in that Class 3, Class 2 range that I think we're going to have some competitive matchups tomorrow night. But looking at some of the Class 5 districts, as you mentioned there, the Glendale, they're going to face Waynesville. That's going to set up possibly a very good Glendale Capital City matchup. And then looking at also some of these, I'm looking at the kind of the map here on here, the games that's going on. It's kind of a neat way to look at them. But Logan Rogersville and Marshfield might be a good matchup tomorrow night, looking at the Class 4 side of things.
All right. We're joined now by Orchard Farm head coach Chris Lindhoff. Coach, thanks so much for your time tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Coach, a big win tonight over St. Charles. Tell us about the game.
I think our kids came out ready to go. I think they knew St. Charles was going to be a huge challenge. They've got a lot of really good athletes. So just focused, put together a good plan on both sides and able to run the ball effectively. It was just a good night. So proud of the guys.
What, at this point of the season, what do you feel like you're doing really well?
I just think we're balanced. I think offensively we can do things in the run game, in the RPO game, push the ball downfield, give people some issues. And then I think our defense plays together. I think they fly the ball, play violent. So just making sure we're locked in every week and giving ourselves a chance.
Who maybe played really well for you tonight? Maybe a group of players, a line, or back?
Our offensive line has kind of stepped up the last few weeks and just carried us as a team. Tyson Bronson is he's a grown man. He's one of the best linebackers in St. Louis, and he can also carry the ball. So he had another great night, and Liam Sinclair stepped up at quarterback for us, and just all around great team win.
Coach, what are the advantages of playing on a Thursday night? I know you've got a short week, but now you've got a long week and able maybe to heal up some bumps and bruises, plus the opportunity to go scout that U City Lutheran St. Charles game tomorrow.
Absolutely. I think it's a good opportunity for us to go check out potential competition, but it's also nice to get our staff and our players at, a night at home with their families on Halloween. So just excited to spend some family time and just enjoy the day.
What do you know about either U City or Lutheran St. Charles, or those teams you've played this year or been able to see on film?
We've seen both on film. U City's super explosive. I think they're really, really aggressive. They're well coached, very balanced themselves, and they like to be physical. So regardless of U City or Lutheran St. Charles, we know both programs are very proud, and it should be a tough game next Friday.
All right, well, I've got you here. You mentioned Halloween. What's your go-to candy?
Oh, it's got to be Kit Kat. It's got to be the move for everybody. Kit Kat is the way to go.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, hey, congratulations on the win. Thanks so much for taking time to join us after a big win like this. And this is 2 times. We've got a rule here at the Missouri Sports Network that to become an actual friend of the show, you have to make 3 appearances. So go out and win next week. We'll get you back on, and you automatically become a friend of the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Our community appreciates the coverage.
You bet, Coach. Thank you so much. Have a great night. God bless.
Bye.
Coach Chris Lindhoff there from Orchard Farm, and kind enough to join us here on the show. And I think I misspoke because he had an Athlete of the Week, and he's already made this is his 2nd appearance on the Scoreboard show. And I know he had an Athlete of the Week. Dadgummit. He's already a friend of the show. I need to call him back. Coach, you're a friend of the show, and if I call him back, that'll be four visits he's made. But we'll go back here quickly to our score desk and Kent Mueller and run through the scores, and then maybe Alan then can tell us a little bit about who these winners are going to face. Like Orchard Farm doesn't know who they're going to face. Holt does. Holt is going to face Parkway North in that district because Holt won tonight. Parkway North got a bye, but we'll kind of run through that after Kent Mueller gives us a score update.
Okay, in Class 6, Staley defeated Central St. Joe 56-13. It was Lee Summit West 42, Park Hill South 0. Troy Buchanan defeated Francis Howe 42-24. DeSmet took down Marquette 63-17. Oak edged out Lindbergh 19-17 this evening. It was Rockhurst 40, William Chrisman 6, and Fort Osage defeated Truman 35-14. And it was Belton over Ruskin 48-0, and Smith over Grandview 2-0. Capital City 49, Hillcrest 0. North Point shuts out Fort Zumwalt South 40-0, and it was Timberland 37, Fort Zumwalt East. Chaminade defeats Riverview Gardens 56-6. And it was Rockwood Summit defeating South 43-0. Central Cape Girardeau 44, Melville 0. Smithville 45, Benton 6. Savannah all over northeast of Kansas City 78-0. Van Horn defeats Excelsior Springs tonight 49-14. Raytown South, a 5 seed, upsets a 4 seed Lincoln College Prep 24-13. It was Orchard Farm, a number 2 seed over St. Charles, 62-3. Holt defeated Clayton 50-0 evening. It was a forfeit with Jennings over Confluence Prep, and Lutheran North shuts out McClure North 36-0. Union over Afton 43-0. Sullivan over Bayless 48-0. It'll be Union and Sullivan meeting up next week. In more games, here's St. James over Stratford 29-6. St. Charles West over Winfield 43-8. St. Clair over Owensville 48-7. That sets up St. Clair and St. Charles West playing each other next week. Wright City 47, Principia 22. Central Park Hills 37, Fredericktown 20. And Defeat Legacy 44-6. And it was Holden over Diamond, a 2 seed over 1 seed 56-0. Springfield Catholic over Willow Springs 41-7. Springfield Catholic will play the winner of Forsyth Houston next week. And we have Central New Madrid County 48, Jefferson Festus 22, and Gallatin over Plattsburgh 26-20. That's in Class 1. So those are the scores for tonight, Guy.
We got them all in, don't we?
We might have. It's kind of hard for me to tell skipping through there because I have Friday and Saturday games in there also. But I think we might.
Very good. Well, once again, now we've got all the scores in here. What are your thoughts on tonight?
I'm thinking they're setting up for some really good games. I'm looking at Class 6 right now, District 1. Then Oakville with a narrow victory over Lindbergh. That sets up a very good matchup with Jackson next week. That will be on Friday night. And then we also have a DeSmet CBC matchup in District 2 of Class 6. So this sets up some pretty good 1-4 matchups with some of these teams, and Hazelwood, hold on here.
Well, that
doing some math here. The math ain't mathing up very well with what the bracket says on some of this stuff.
Well, that CBC district, at the bottom of that bracket, you got Lafayette, Wildwood, and SLU. And, SLU started off as gangbusters.
That is a tough district right there.
Yeah. And you look at some of the tough districts, and you talked about the Southwest Missouri, that Class 5 district down in extreme Southwest Missouri where Carthage is the 1 seed. And they've got that Class 1 district where Thayer is the 1 seed and Marionville is the 2 seed. And they've been ranked in the top 2 or 3 all season long. I believe Thayer is now number 1. And that was just because of Marionville had, a hiccup loss there early in the season when they went out of state. That was Southside Charter out of Arkansas that beat them 35-14 early. But they've got, 63-0, 50-13, 40-0, 34-7, 45-6. So they've been, just kind of doing what they've done. Got a couple state championships here in recent years, but a Class 4 district, of course, here in Southwest Missouri, there's not a lot of Class 4 schools. You mentioned earlier that Logan Rogersville Marshfield game, actually I believe that's a 2-7 matchup there at Logan Rogersville. But you got West Plains who got the bye there. And then, Monat, McDonald County, that's a 4-5 matchup there. And all those games are tomorrow night. And that entire district doesn't start playing until tomorrow night. And then just above them is Hannibal. Hannibal and Odessa in that district. You got Parkway North, Orchard Farm. We just visited with Coach Lindhoff there from Orchard Farm. And we're just tracking down 2 scores. That's the Webster Groves versus Miller Career Academy and Battle versus Raytown. Webster Groves was up big last I saw in that game. And let's see if I can find that while talking on air.
I'm doing some looking here too, trying to find it.
Sure, I have the battle score.
Yeah. Let's see here. At last report, it was 28 nothing at half. Webster Groves on top. Let's see if I can find a final there for that contest. No, that is not Webster Groves. Well, I'll tell you what. It may not be here. It may not be findable. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll have it before everybody gets up in the morning. I promise you that. Well, while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow morning we will re-air this show, the Scoreboard show. In case you missed some of the interviews, we will re-air this tomorrow at 7 a.m. Or you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there, and you can watch and hear from all the coaches. Special thanks to Joseph Collier from Capital City calling in, Brett Wagers, Troy Buchanan, and Chris Lindhoff from Orchard Farm for all being part of the show. And a special thanks to everybody here involved here at the Missouri Sports Network. Like I said, it'd be an abbreviated show tonight. It's 10:17, but as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be